Hi students, this is the third lesson on complex numbers. In this lesson, let us study three important concepts. One is power of I. Second one is square root of a negative number, because sometimes we will make mistake while calculating square root, especially when negative number is given. Third one is identities. Of course, they are identical with the identities which you have studied in your school for real numbers. So these are the three major concepts for the third lesson. Now first let me take power of I. Even in competitive examination, sometimes questions are based on this power of I also. Say for example, I want to find what is I power say 100. So I to the power 100, what is the value of this? See, the idea is this: before tackling this question, I is square root of minus 1, this you know, and I square is minus 1. So when you square this one, you get square root goes, so it is minus 1. This is very simple. Next one, I cube, if you want to calculate, it is I square into I, law of index. So this is minus 1 into I, so it is minus I. So we can proceed further now. I power 4 equal to now, therefore either it is I cube into I, or it is I square into I square. But I square is minus 1, so it is minus 1 into minus 1, so this is 1. And we can proceed further. I power 5 is I power 4 into I, but I power 4 is 1, so it is 1 into I, so it is I. Then I power 6, what is I power 6? It is I power 4 into I square, so this is 1 into minus 1, this is minus 1. Therefore actually you have a pattern now. So but you need not worry about the pattern. So whenever the big number is given, you must take this as the base, so that, because this is 1, sometimes student make the attempt with this I square equal to minus 1, but negative is involved, therefore it is more difficult. If you take this I power 4 is 1, any bigger number we can do like this. You see, I power 100 can be written as I power 4 to the power 25. So this you should know. 100 can be written as 4 to the power 25. This is already 1. So 1 to the power 25, whatever is the power, it is 1. Therefore, the easy method for calculation of I power n is this. So remember this one. Say any I power n when it is given. So n can be, of course, it should be more than 4. Less than 4, there is no difficulty. N can be written as either 4k, if it is exactly multiple of 4, it is 4k for some k. For example, 100 is 4 into 25. Or it can be n equal to 4k plus 1. That means it may leave the remainder 1. Or it may be 4k plus 2. Or it may be 4k plus 3. So these are the possibilities: remainder 0, remainder 1, remainder 2, remainder 3. Say for example, if I take I to the power 101, so here I can write this is 100 plus 1. So this is 100 means I power 25 into 4 plus 1. So this is actually I power 25, you can write this way, 4 to the power 25 into I, this is I only. Therefore you can remember like this, general formula is this: I power n will be 1 if n equal to 4k, and I power n will be equal to I, you get this one, if n equal to 4k plus 1. I power n will be equal to, see, 4k plus 2, this is the idea. 4k plus 2, you can write I power 4k into I square. So this becomes 1, because I power 4 to the power k into I square, and I square is minus 1. Therefore this becomes minus 1 whenever n is of the form 4k plus 2. And the last one, I power n will be equal to, see, if it is 3 here, for example, here it is 3, here it is 3. So here what happens is this becomes minus I cube is minus I. Therefore here we get minus I. Actually there is a pattern. When it is 4k, it is 1. When it is 4k plus 1, it is I. Then minus 1, then minus I. Therefore you can remember this as a standard result, so that it will speed up your calculation in any such question. Say, let me take, say for example, I to the power 925. I want to calculate what is this value. Sometimes they will give this plus something else. So now what we have to do is, what is the 925? We can do like this also. 4 2s are 8, then 1 2. So 4 3s are 12, then 5 bring down, 4 1s are. So definitely it is 231. 4 1s are 4 1. Therefore this can be written as I power 4 into 231 plus 1. So definitely this becomes 1. So it is I. So like this, we can calculate any complicated value by taking the this method, that is division algorithm, which you have studied in your school. Now let us take a few examples. Say for example, question can be like this: find the value of this I square, I cube, etc. up to I power 100. So what is this value? Before this, let me take one more. What is I plus I square plus I cube plus I4? This is I, this is minus 1, this is minus I, this is 1. So what happens? So I and minus I cancels, minus 1, 1 cancels, this is 0. This is also 0, because see here what we can do is combine first 4. So this is I plus I square plus I cube plus I4. This is 1 unit, and this is 0 actually. Next unit actually is I5, I6, I7, I8 you can take. This is 0 because you can take I power 5 common. See here what happens is, this is 0 already. This is I power 5 comes out. Instead of I power 4 you take out, because I should be there. This is I square, I cube, I4. Once again this becomes 0. Like this what happens, see totally 100 terms, 1 to 100. So you can make 4 together. See the last pair will, see the group will be this I power 100. If you difficult you write like this, I power 99 plus I power 98 plus I power 97. Now what you do is take I power 96 outside. If you take I power 96 outside, here I remains, here I square remains, here I cube, here I power 4, and this is 0. So this becomes 0. So it is 0 total. Sometimes question can be like this also. Instead of this 100, it can be I power 101 also. So in that case what happens, this is 0. What is I power 101? It is I power 25 into 4 into I. So 4 plus 1. So this is I. So the answer is I. So like that, sometimes it can be, write it in the form of A plus IB. Such questions can be there. So you can definitely do with the help of this. And the last question under this is, what is 1 by I? Sometimes you see, question can be like, what is 1 by I? What you have to do is, always remember, it should be written in the form of A plus IB. So how to make it, bring this I here? So what you do is, multiply I into 1 divided by I into I. That means multiply the denominator and numerator by the same number I. So this is I and this is minus 1, so minus I. Therefore 1 by I is same as minus I. So this is another important result based on this. So this much is about the power of I, and I can be below also with this power. So same thing we can do. Then the next one is square root of a negative number. So this is another sometimes square root of a negative number. See, there is one problem with this one. Suppose you take root 3i whole square, root 3i whole square. So this is actually 3, root 3 square is 3 and I square, this is minus 3. So you know this idea, if square of a number is this one, what about the square root of this? Therefore, square root of minus 3, if I write, actually I should not use this symbol, confusing. Square root of minus 3 is therefore plus or minus root 3i. It is perfectly alright, because the square root means you should have two numbers. But remember, whenever I write square root of minus 3, that's why square root of a negative number, it is not plus or minus, this is simply root 3 into I. It's not plus or minus, because the same number cannot be 2. It is only square root of that number. Of course there are two values, because when you square you will get the same thing. So that is the idea. So this is even you can verify that. You should take plus root 3i, square it, minus root 3i, square it, you will get minus root 3 only. So that is the thing, because I square is minus 1. So this is the thing you have to remember. So there will be calculation error if you are not able to understand. Here see, law of indices cannot be exactly applicable in some cases. Let me take for example, if you take AB, this is root A root B. It is not always valid. For example, suppose you take 6, then this will be equal to, I can definitely say 2 into 3. So here assumption is A is positive, B is positive. So definitely I can write root 2 into root 3. This is perfectly alright. Suppose I take minus 6. This I can write square root of minus 2 into 3. Now also I can use the same law. It is square root of minus 2 into square root of 3. But square root of minus 2 is root 2i. Therefore it is root 2 I into root 3. That is root 2 into root 3 I. And remember here also, of course, once again you can take this one, it is root 6i. And here also you can directly write using this root 6i, no problem. But now you see here, there is one problem if you make a small error. Let me take for example root 6 as, this is also correct, minus 2 into minus 3. Because 6 can be minus 2 into minus 3 also. Now if you split this one, minus 2 minus 3. Now as per our earlier condition, this is root 2i. This is also root 2i. So this you get minus root 6. So meaningless, because root 6 here, whereas here it is minus root 6. What is the problem? So remember, this AB equal to root A root B is not valid when both factors are negative. That is, A is negative, B is negative. So this is not valid. Therefore, you cannot take like this. Therefore, condition which you have to remember is the, otherwise you will get this wrong result. Something positive will equal to something negative, which is not possible. So you have to remember this law of index is not valid when both are negative. That means square root of AB is equal to root A root B, provided one is condition A should be positive, B should be positive. Perfectly alright, no problem. Second one, A negative, B positive. Perfectly alright, no problem. But the third condition is if A is negative, B is also negative, you take, this law is not valid. So this is what you have to remember. Otherwise, there will be calculation error. So that is square root. Whenever you are taking square root of a negative number, be careful. Then the last one is identity. We have studied this one. For example, we have studied this a plus b whole square, then a minus b whole square. Lot of identities are studied. A plus b whole cube, a minus b whole cube, a square minus b square. These are the basic identities which are often repeated. So this way, exactly same identity is valid in case of complex number also. Z1 plus Z2 then whole square, we can exactly write Z1 square 2Z1 Z2 plus Z2 square. And if it is minus, definitely here this is minus, so these two will be plus. This you know already. Similarly here Z1 plus Z2 whole cube, so here it is Z1 cube plus 3 Z1 square Z2 plus 3 Z2 Z1 Z2 square plus Z2 cube. And it is always better to remember this one, because there is one more chapter. Of course, because of this present COVID problem, in some cases some chapters may be removed from your syllabus, but as a student, when you are studying for the entire course, my suggestion is don't leave any chapter which is there in the textbook, because for all competitive examination and in future study, if you want to continue, all these are the basic things which is necessary. So my suggestion is this: don't study the syllabus only for sake of this year's examination, because these things are going to be asset for you when you go further in the same branch. That is, suppose you want to take engineering, then definitely you cannot leave some of the chapters and do. It's not possible, because later it is required. So there is one more chapter, binomial theorem. I will be doing that also, even though it may not be included in your syllabus, because I am not restricting myself to the present 1 year. We let us study the entire course. So here the idea is this. This is because of the binomial theorem. See, it is like this: Z1 cube. See here, these two together is cube only, square plus 1. Here also 1 plus 2 is 3. Here Z cube. So what happens is, you can remember this is a pattern: cube, then Z1 keeps on decreasing. Here Z1, here Z1, Z1, there is no Z1. Power is 3, 2, then 1, then 0. Power is 0 here. Z2 keeps on, sorry, this is Z2. Z2 keeps on increasing, second one. Here power 0, Z2 power. Z2 power is 1, Z2 power is 2, Z2 power is 3. And then this 3 comes actually 3C0, this is 3C1, 3C2. This also we are going to study in combination and permutation. So this is very easy to remember. And if you want minus here, so this will be, first one is same, this becomes minus. So this becomes minus, and this becomes plus only, and this becomes minus, alternate. So for negative, and don't think that this is negative, no. Here the idea is this: Z2 is negative, so this becomes negative. Z2 square is positive, so this becomes positive. Z2 cube is negative, because negative into negative into negative, so this is the thing. Even you can write Z1 plus Z2 power 4 also using the same method. Of course, those things we shall study in binomial theorem. So this is the idea, because identities are very useful. And then Z1 square minus Z2 square, this is same as Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2. Of course, these are the basic formula we have to remember for solving the problems, simplification of complex number, etc. Let us work out a few questions given the textbook. Let us take, for example, write the following in the form of a plus ib. A plus ib. First question is this: minus 5i into 1 by 8i. We have to simplify. See, the calculation is always similar to the real number only. In one, of course, I. So we can write this as minus 5 into 1 by 8 into I square. This is minus of minus, this becomes minus 1, minus 5 by 8 into minus 1, so 5 by 8. Product of two complex number can be a real number, but condition is a plus ib, therefore actually we should write this as 5 by 8 plus 0i, because question is write it in the form of a plus ib. You have to write like this: real part is 5 by 8, imaginary part is 0. This is the first question. Similarly, second question, minus i, then 2i into minus 1 by 8i, then cube. This we have to simplify. So here also what you can do is, first you simplify this one. So minus I into 2i into cube of this one will be definitely negative, and 1 by 8 cube into I cube. This is minus into minus into minus is 1 by 8 cube, then I cube. So this will be equal to, now minus of minus once again becomes plus, so this is 2 by 8 cube, and here I power 4, I and I, so I power 5 actually. So this will be equal to, of course you can simplify this one if you want, so 2 by 8 into 8 into 8 into this is I, because I power 5 is I power 4 into I power 4 is 1, so I. This of course 2 1s are 2 4s are, this you can take 1 by 64 into 4 into I. So last simplification, of course 1 by 256 I. So, and now if you want to write this in this form, this is 0 plus 1 by 256 I. So this is the answer. So similarly, you can also find a few more examples are given. So let me take using identity. For example, question is 5 minus 3i, then whole cube. So for this one, you have to remember this formula. I will write here z1 plus z2, of course with minus sign is there, whole cube will be equal to z1 cube minus 3 z1 square z2 plus 3 z2 square minus z2 cube. So this is a formula. So it seems to be very simple, but you should be careful. So here this itself you can take as z1, this as z2. So because this itself is a compound, or even you can take a plus ib whole cube, both are under the same, a minus ib. So this will be equal to, now first one z1 is 5, so it is 5 cube minus 3, z1 is 5 into, since you have taken minus 5 here, z2 is directly 3i, then plus 3 z1, so here of course square, then here it is 5 into 3i whole square, here it is plus only 3i whole square, then minus z cube means 3i whole cube. So now simplify, this is 125, then minus this is 3 into 9 into 3 into 3 9 into 25i, then here it is 15 into 9 I square minus 27 into I cube. So this will be equal to 125 minus 225 I. 25 into 9 is 225. Then plus 135 into minus 1. 15 into 9 is 135. Then this is minus 27 into minus I cube is minus I. So question of simplification, 125 minus 225 I minus 135, this is minus of minus, this is 27i. Of course this you have to simplify, minus 10, 125 minus 135, of course 27 means 290, so minus 98 I think. So this is the, of course you can check the value calculation whether it is correct or not. Of course sometimes I also make correction, say calculation error. This happens because I have seen in my previous lessons also, say I should write 3 but I have written 5 like that. Please note, calculation part, if any mistake is there, please correct yourself. This is not a big issue, because when you are simplifying with very big number in blackboard, sometimes there will be error, so that you can definitely find it. It is not a difficult thing. What is important is how you simplify. So using this one, whenever minus, you should be very careful. So this is the question. Let me take one more question of this type, that is simplification using identity or otherwise. Say simplify this one, square root of minus 3 plus square root of minus 2 into 2 root 3 minus I. So here also minus. So here one thing you should remember, this can be written as root 3i and this can be written as root 2i, because we know this one, minus 3 can be written as root 3i. So actually this is the rule, minus 3 into minus 1, and any one is negative, we can use law of index. So this can be written as root 3 into root minus 1. Root 3, root of square root of minus 1 is I, so it is root 3. So this is the first thing. Then second one, of course, 2 root 3 minus I. Now we are using multiplication of two complex number. We can also do one more thing, root 3 plus root 2 into I, then 2 root 3 minus I. Now what you do is take this I here, so that easily you can simplify. Root 3 plus root 2, then you take I here, 2 root 3i minus I square. This is root 3 plus root 2, then 2 root 3i plus 1, because this is I square is minus 1, minus of minus 1 plus. So if you want to simplify this, you can simplify like this, because if you want to write it in a plus ib, see the real part will be root 3 plus root 2 into 1 plus I times, we can write 2 root 3 into root 3 plus root 2. So this is the imaginary part, this is the real part. Even you can take this one inside, you can also write root 3 plus root 2 plus I. Then if you take inside, this becomes root 3 into root 3 is 3, so this becomes 6, 2 into 3 plus this will be 2 root 6. Both are only the same, so this is the final answer. This is A, this is B. So like this we can simplify any given complex number. Of course in the next class let us see further, for example absolute value, modulus of a complex number, then conjugate, etc. in the next class. Please subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and watch all the lessons and share with your friends. Let us meet in the next main lesson 4. Till then, bye, take care.